掉。每一步都触动我心啊，早安带上你的神话，你是到最美丽的红霞。Baby baby， 让我搂着你啊，慢慢要让今夜都醉吧。你 no be play no be Casanova， 只有你才让我沦陷吧。来吧，穿透它吧，尽情它释放，现在火了，比冬天还热，带着我走 ，baby 一个不提漏。你没播到今晚的夜色 ，Girl you did make me follow。Steady on repeat like radio。If I lose you I go follow。
Alright, Shalom, giving all praise unto Yahweh Shema Kohakodash. Double honors unto the apostles, a great millstone, and our honest brothers will be pushing his truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. And above everybody are coming out here to give you this truth for the grace and mercy of Yahweh Shema Shai, Bashim Kohakodash, giving all praise unto Yahweh Shema Shai, Bashim Kohakodash. It's going to be a video based upon this clip that we're watching from Instagram, and you can see from the video here where I'm going to go with this particular topic. And it's a very simple topic, but it's something that we got to be mindful of as we get into the times when Yahweh Shai is going to be returning. You're going to see numbers increase, tenfold overnight. You're going to see numbers increase, 15-fold, 20-fold overnight. It's going to be nothing for the Most High to increase the numbers, because you better believe there's a lot of our people that's out there listening to this word, and the Most High, or waiting to hear this word, and the Most High is going to open up their mind, and the flux is going to be increased. We see the same thing with the apostles within the ancient world. The same thing happened where the numbers was increased overnight. Boom, numbers added to the church. Okay, that's a good precept to read up on, because you really get a feel of how sometimes, you can have two brothers holding camp, a couple of brothers holding camp, and then boom, just like that, the numbers is increased. But what we got to be mindful of, not so much the brothers that's within this truth, but more so, if you're newer in this truth, you might come in with a certain expectation of just a black thing, or Hispanic thing, or whatever. But really understand that Most High has put his people out there, and he scattered them throughout the four corners of the earth. We see with the book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, on the 64th verse, the Most High has scattered the children of Israel from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. That is a prophecy of a curse that's befallen us, and it cleaves unto Jake up until this day. That's a curse that cleaves unto the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans up until this day. And notwithstanding, we see there's particular clues as to who are the Israelites right now. Does not the scripture say how that the Spirit beareth witness with our spirit that we're the children of the Most High? So that's like a clue. Like if you got an inkling that you might be one of the children of the Most High, especially if it's according to zeal. Does not the scripture say, I bear them record that they have a zeal for Yahweh Shema Shai, but not according to knowledge. You see a guy out there and he's got a zeal, right? Believes on the Most High, believes in the scriptures, believes that there is something more to this life other than just this existence that we have. Then that person could be an Israelite. More so than that, the scripture talks about how that we are above all people upon the face of the earth. We have a special spirit. The Most High has given us a special, a special something, right? He's given us a special something. So when we put our hand to do something, we always come out with the flavor for it. Why do you think Jake got up into the NBA and started dominating? And that's something I was thinking about a couple of days ago. I was thinking to myself, look, the NBA wouldn't be nothing if Jake wasn't in it. The NBA wouldn't be about shit, okay, if Jake wasn't into it. If Jake never got into the NBA, brother, it'll be dead, bro. Okay, it'll be nothing. Okay, the NBA will be nothing without Jake. You would have had them Edomites walking around with their little short shorts, trying to do a alley hoop. And that would have been the goofiest sport, and it was the goofiest sport when you really realize that before Jake went up in there, that game wasn't about nothing. But the minute Jake went up in there, that game became something special. Same thing with music. A lot of Jakes out there, they just think music that Jake is into is rap and all of that. But classical music, I seen a Jake play the violin. I said I had never seen the violin played like this. I seen one Jake, I forget his name, he was playing the guitar, and he was playing the guitar, and I'm thinking, all right, this is blues or whatever. Now, no way, this guy pulls pulls out the what they call the fiddle, right, the violin. Now I'm gonna tell you something about stringed instruments. Yeah, in theory everything works right the same. Okay, theoretical, the theory of music is gonna work the same, especially if it's a stringed instrument. All stringed instruments pretty much work in a very similar type of a way. But when you start changing, you know, the fingering, and you start changing, okay, how you're gonna play that instrument in terms of intonation, and you're able to do that on stage live, go from guitar to violin, man, that's something pretty special. Okay, that's something pretty special. And that's what Jake is all up into. Jake's all about being special. When you see Jake put spice and flavor and make something regular sound nice, that's Jake right there. Something that Esau can't do. Esau could dance on, you know, on beat or whatever, could do all of that, and you can still see something that's wrong about it. There's no, you know, you don't make the music pop. He doesn't accentuates himself in a way where he's gonna make the music pop. The same thing that you see within, you know, how somebody vocalizes their music or whatever. You can really hear when it's a Jake and they make it to where the song pops. Like how we see with this video here, this guy is all up into the Afro beats. He's all up into the Afro beats. But I thought this was Mr. Chin right here, and he's supposed to be making some sweet and sour sauce. And this guy's supposed to be in the kitchen somewhere with some noodles. Now, this is my humble opinion. This is an Israelite. Okay, this is an Israelite. Much like how the word resonates with a lot of people, you see a lot of very, you know, where you see there's certain Jake music. Okay, there's certain music that Jake listens to, and it's only gonna be Jake that's gonna be really into it. It's only gonna be, they might hear Edom might pick up the Afro beats here and there, but the Afro beat thing, especially how it took over the world last couple of years or to a decade or whatever, that really was a Jake thing. Because you got the so-called African roots, but really it's an Israelite thing. Really an Israelite thing that you see out there where Jake made that big, made that popular. Jake really made that popular, and it was really like an expression of Jakeness that Esau couldn't really, you know, with the rap thing. You can have an Edomite rapper, you can have an Edomite looking rapper that's a Jake, but really you could have it to where Edomite or somebody like that could go out there and spit bars or whatever, and you know what they say, appropriate, they call it appropriating the culture. You could really have it to where the culture is appropriate, right? But with the Afro beats, I don't think I've seen one Edomite Jake, or I haven't seen one Edomite do the Afro beats thing yet. I really haven't seen that just yet. Now it's possible that somebody has, but I haven't seen that yet, because that's really like a Jake thing. And here it is, Mr. Chin himself is there, you know, vibing out. He's really vibing out, man. Okay, and you watch him, you look at how he's behaving, him and his missus, man. You're like, man, this is some niggas, man. What kind of Moabites going? Or Ammonite, I don't know which one it is with this particular cat. But what kind of Moabite you know is gonna take time out to make a video like this? They're in a math class somewhere trying to apply make grade. They're in a class somewhere trying to make grade. What Edomite do you know is Edomite? Sorry, what Moabite or Ammonite do you know is gonna be all up into this, man? This is a Jake, man. And put the seashells in the dreadlocks in the coolie hair. It's some nigga shit, man. I'm sorry, it has to be said like that, man. This is some real nigga shit, man. Okay, his distant relatives that are not really, because what happens in these kind of families is you have a situation where you got one aspect of it. So you got the mother might be a Moabite, but the father might be a Jake or whatever. And sometimes it might be a both of them might be Jake. So what happens is you always have the rogue family in it, like the rogue family. So there's just something different about them. They don't gel in to into the rest of the community of the Moabites. Kind of reminds me of the Punjabs. The Punjabs out there, which is Jake. You see how they move when they listen to the music. Listen to the music they listen to. They be heavy into that music, man. They be heavy into the Bollywood and all of that. That's Jake. Point I'm trying to make is, when you take the great culture of Elam, or you take the great culture of Moab, or you take a great culture of whatever example you want to use, those cats don't really be, you know, gelling in with the rest of the people that really are Moabites. Okay, doth not the scripture say, amongst these nations thou shalt find no ease? Now they might have a little bit of an easier time than a straight up Negro, but ultimately the scripture says, amongst these nations thou shalt find no ease, man. So they was gonna be in a state of, you know, trying to blend in, but really you can't blend in. And that's the same thing with this cat. You know, the rest of the Moabites out there are gonna be looking at this guy like, what's this guy on? But they don't realize that this is a peculiar person, exhibiting peculiar behaviors, because he's indeed a peculiar, right? He comes from a peculiar group of people. Because he's a, in my humble opinion, an Israelite. Okay, anyways, man, that's the video. You know, I before I speak about that, I watched the video. I was vibing out too, man. I was vibing out too. It could be mixed race, okay, or it could generally be born amongst those people, and really his descendants his lineage goes back onto the man Israel. It could be the case. Who knows? But yeah, when you watch this video, you're like, man, there's a bunch of niggas doing some nigga shit right here. Who goes out there, gets a sports car, put the camera on the outside, right? Vibes out with the babes to some Afro beats out there amongst the chinky eyes. Come on, bro. Sometimes the thing is just too easy, okay? In any event, without say, praise unto Yabashima, Shabashim, Korash, double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone, and honor your brothers to be pushing these truth in sincerity. I'll see you on the next one. Shalom.